All right, everybody, it's time to lay down for bed and listen to a story. It's time for The Night Chicken, and you don't want to miss that now, do you? I didn't think so. Now, if everybody is ready, let's begin. Oh, my dear dreamers, pull your blankets close, for tonight the autumn air held a whisper of worry. November 11th had arrived, bringing with it a sharp, silver-tinged cold that settled in the marrow of the old farm. Shy, the night chicken, felt the change most keenly. The season of easy abundance was closing, and the responsibility of her legend, the defense of the night precious stores, felt heavier than ever. Tonight's task was simple, yet vital. Move the last cache of winter-sweetened beetnuts gathered for Mrs. Greenfeather medicinal tinctures from the damp ground by the woodpile into the dry, secret corner of the garden shed. Shy stood on the highest log of the woodpile, her sleek black feathers catching the thin moonlight. Shorty the cat was crouched low near the nut cache, his torn ear twitching with focus. Skinny the raccoon, meanwhile, was already bouncing on the balls of his paws, his red and white bandana a blur of impatience. "Remember the signal, friends," Shy murmured, her voice a low musical cluck. "One long low hoot means hold fast, observe. We wait for the clouds to cover Madame Luna before moving." Shorty nodded, clear-eyed and steady, but Skinny, whose cleverness often outran his listening skills, saw a glint near the night end fence. It was only the shadow of a fallen branch, but his heart, always tuned to mischief and adventure, interpreted it as danger. Just then a lonely wind gusted through the woodpile, causing the dry, rattling seed heads nearby to whistle a sudden high note. Skinny mistook the whistle for a command. He looked back at Shy, saw her tense posture, and, without thinking, decided this was the time. Not for hold fast, observe, but for action now. "Move, Shorty, move-a," Skinny hissed, and without waiting for the sensible cat, he grabbed the loosely woven rush basket containing the beech nuts. Shorty leaped to block him, crying, "Wait, you scruffy knothead." That wasn't the hoot, but it was too late. Skinny, panicking under the weight and the mistaken urgency, tripped over a loose knot of mossy bark. The rush basket tumbled, not toward the cozy garden shed, but sliding and skittering directly toward the treacherous ground by the night-end fence, where the shadow of Larry the Fox often prowled. Shy flew down in a rush of black feathers, landing silently beside the disaster. The precious beech nuts, the winter medicine, were scattered everywhere. They bounced like tiny dark marbles, some rolling into the tangled weeds right alongside the fence, perilously close to the outside world. Skinny froze, his large eyes wide with genuine distress. "Oh, Night Chicken," I thought. I failed the signal." Shy looked at the scattered store, then at Skinny miserable drooping ears. A knot tightened in her chest. She, the Night Chicken, the guardian of order, had allowed a simple miscommunication to jeopardize their friend's winter well-being. "I am meant to be flawless," a small, harsh voice chirped in her mind. "I have failed my legend Shorty, ever the pragmatist," nudged the hen gently. "No time for silent sorrow, Shy. We retrieve." He crouched low, using his paws to gently scoop the nearest nuts, while Skinny, humbled and quick, used his delicate fingers to pluck them from the thorny vines near the fence. Shy didn't lecture. Instead, she took her place, standing tall between them and the dark, whispering fence. Her presence alone, the glint of her silver feather marking the resolute set of her shoulders, was enough to deter any creeping shadows. She became the stillness and the shield, while her friends, remorseful and quick, worked to repair the damage. They recovered almost every nut, placing them carefully into Shorty leather collar pouch. As they walked back to the shed, Skinny whispered, "How will we ever make sure this never happens again?" Shy paused, looking up at the slow-moving moon. "A true legend, Skinny, isn't about never failing. It's about learning how to listen better and showing up even when you are sure you have messed up, she said softly. From now on, the signal will be like this. 1 hoot for hold, 2 hoots for wait, and 3 clear, crisp hoots like the crackle of a warm fire for go. And so the night taught them a deep, comforting truth. Sometimes the greatest act of courage is not facing a villain, but admitting a mistake and choosing to try again, together. Shy tucked the retrieved beet nuts into the shed, her heart feeling lighter. The night she knew was safe, not because she was perfect, but because she had friends who were loyal, and she had learned how to count to 3. That's the end of tonight's story, and now comes my favorite part. Let's close our eyes, listen to some soft music, and dream about Shy's next adventure. And while she's out there defending the night, we can sleep easy, knowing she's there, keeping us safe. Sleep tight, everyone, and don't bite any bed bugs.